One very common term in this data field is SQL. So whether you're a data analyst, a data engineer, a data scientist, you are going to make use of SQL, no doubt. SQL or SQL, like most people will call it, is the short form for structured query language. Language. It is not a tool yet. It is a language. It is a language that lets you communicate with your database. So if SQL is a language, what then is the tool by which this communication happens? So just like we have English and several other languages, the tool by which we as humans communicate is the mouth. So what tool do we use to communicate with our database? Now we have a lot of tools. So these tools are all under DBMS, which is short for Database Management Systems. Now, these are tools that let you communicate with your database. I remember when I first started learning SQL, I started with my SQL and then I would ask if there are other database management systems. So how many do I need to learn to actually be really good? To be honest, you don't need to learn all before you become good. What you need to be good at is the language itself, which is SQL. So if you know the basics of SQL, you can work with MySQL Workbench, you can work with SSMS, you can work with pgadmin, Google BigQuery, and a lot more. Although there might be
little tiny itsy little
difference across these tools, but they are all used for the same thing. They all allow you to query your database. Now, a database is where you store all your information or data. In SQL database or SQL databases, the information is stored in a structured way, and that is why it is called structured query language. So what do I mean by structured? For your information to be structured, they have to come in rows and in columns. So let's take, for example, we have the student information table. We have the student's name, the student's age, the student's country of residence. The values that should be in the student's name column should just be strictly their names. So we can't have Sandra, Obi, 22. What is 22? 22 is a number and that should be in the age column. So it has to be structured. So with SQL, you can ensure that your data is accurate because this is going to lead us somewhere now. So because you set constraints, you set rules so that nothing outside of those rules and constraints that you've set will be entered into your database. This way you ensure that whatever information is coming is accurate. And this will also help us, the data analysts, when analyzing the data. Because when the data is not structured, that is when you need to start cleaning, structuring, aligning, transforming the tables or information so that they meet standard. And I kid you not, data cleaning is not easy.